Time for a trip into the video game criminal underworld again, this time through the eyes of an undercover cop willing to zip past the police with his badass driving skills. This is Driver for the PlayStation, developed by Reflections Interactive, now known today as Ubisoft Reflections, and published by GT Interactive. You are the wheelman in a third-person driving simulator that will strike a chord with those who are also fans of the car chase films of the 60s and 70s. Special thanks to Levi in Pittsburgh for this donation, among many others I'll be reviewing later this week. Although they are both quite similar, to say this game is entirely a Grand Theft Auto ripoff is unfair in my opinion, since you're never on foot, car selection is limited to what your handlers provide for you, and you are not necessarily the bad guy. Instead, you're an undercover cop named Tanner, who happens to be a former race car driver, and thus is sent by the man in charge of the Miami PD to investigate criminal activity stirred up by the Castaldi crime family, the most dangerous organization in the American criminal underworld. Each mission segues into the next, and soon you'll find yourself in San Francisco, New York, and LA, doing jobs for all kinds of upstanding American citizens. They mostly involve picking up contacts and dropping them off at a specific point, and in between, you'll swerve through traffic to dodge the cops. Yes, you have to pose as a criminal so as not to blow your cover, but the cops don't know it's the good guy Tanner, and will not go easy on you. Your first mission will be to prove to a bunch of thugs that you are indeed who you say you are, a badass getaway driver. I was stuck on it for a while, mainly on the reverse 180. After I completed it, however, I never really felt like I needed to use any of those maneuvers, and instead I'm more focused on using my environment to shake the heat. This is mostly a learned skill from all the GTA I've played in my life, although use of sticks instead of the D-pad is what I am more used to. Car controls earn my approval for quick acceleration, a tight turn radius when you need to round a corner with your e-brake, and most importantly, a car horn. Driver's difficulty is not necessarily easy unless you are playing through the first few missions, which usually involve one pit stop to complete the level. Get seen by the cops doing anything, even just driving by, and you'll be hunted down. The more attention you get, the wider the pig's sight increases, and the more actively they will pursue you, even to the point of blocking the road, which will undoubtedly increase your damage meter. Once you've made progress through each level, they become progressively harder, with more police presence and time limits. Most of the time, if you know what you're doing, you'll be able to get away from the pursuing officers. Not to mention your car's durability is a lot better than the cops are, so be sure to thread that needle to shake them and cause a wreck. If you made a great getaway and you feel like you gotta show your little brother, you can use Director's Mode to bring up all the highlights with camera selection. Driver's a pretty addicting getaway simulator. I played this game for the PC back in the day with a controller and remember actually breaking a sweat on the more difficult levels.
Maybe I'll give you a call when I need a ride to the grocery store.